oranges dripping over a bed of patchouli, and a dark gothic rose lays at the side, combined with a warm amber and sweet vanilla. Cinderella shall go to the ball. Hi, I'm Gabby, and welcome back to another edition of the Fragrantician, where we talk about nothing but fragrances. So in this edition, we are talking about a fragrance like no other, a fragrance that is my number one fragrance of all time, and I now possess, and it is this. Yes, we have Midnight Poison by Dior, my beloved 100 ml Midnight Poison by Dior, just so you can see side by side with a 50 ml. This is a 50 of the original OG Poison, and this is a 100, so you can see the size there. So this fragrance was made in 2007. It was launched, and the three perfumers behind it was François de Machy, Jacques Cavalier and Olivier Cresp. Three world famous perfumers. What did they produce? They produced a beauty, a stunning fragrance that is now unfortunately gone to that little haven, that perfume heaven that we call the discontinued line, you know, but it's not rejected, let me tell you. So the notes behind it, as I said in my intro, you have that orange, that sweet orange that I detect. You have rose, and it's not a light, playful rose. It is a rose that is slightly more deeper and darker. Now, some people would say this is a youthful scent. To me, it is not. It's definitely not a youthful scent. To me, this scent is a grown-up scent. That rose combined with the patchouli. The patchouli is prominent and it's there throughout. So you do have to love patchouli. Yes, you do, to like this fragrance. I think the semi-sweetness comes from the vanilla and the amber together. Those two accords together gives it a little bit of sensual sweetness. But the patchouli and the rose and the sweet orange, they are the stars in this fragrance. They are the trio. They are the devilish trio in this fragrance that I love. I love orange, rose and patchouli together as three notes. Combined with this, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. The face behind this was Eva Green, who was the Bond girl in Casino Royale. Who remembers that? And she portrayed the advertisement beautifully. It was a bit of a departure from the other poisons, particularly Pure Poison, which was more clean and bright and light, still had some guts to it, but this is the darker sister to all of them. This is a little bit of a nod to the original Poison, but all of the flankers of the Poison line, they're completely standalone fragrances in their own right. Now, you know me, I absolutely adore all of the Poison line from Dior. I do. The only fragrance I haven't got is Tender Poison. I have all of the others. I have the OG Poison, Hypnotic Poison, Pure Poison, Midnight Poison, and there's even flankers of those. So there's flankers of Pure Poison and the original Poison, and especially Hypnotic Poison, because you had Au Secret and you also had Au Sensuel, and then you've got the elixirs as well. So they made flankers of them, and I think they made a flanker of this. They made an elixir version of it. But This fragrance, absolutely magical. If you adore your Pearl de Lalique of the world, if you adore, what else? Your Amaf, Club de Nuits of the world, if you adore anything that has rose and patchouli, you will absolutely love this. This is slightly similar to Chanel Coco Noir, but the patchouli is prominent in this. It does project. It does have the sillage. It has the strength. It has everything that I love. I wore this about 10, 11 years ago, and I will say that I got through 2 bottles of this, but this I will cherish and love, and I will wear it. I'm not one of these people that just sprays it and then just has like a little sniff from time to time. No, this is a fragrance that I will wear and adore and love and cherish and just live in the moment, because it's a magical fragrance to me. It's a fragrance that speaks to me. It's a fragrance that, like the other Poison lines, just has a story of its own. It has, each Poison line has a little bit of magic in it, and I absolutely love it. It's a truly enchanting fragrance, and it even reminds me a little bit of, does anybody remember Gucci by Gucci in a brown bottle? I don't know if you still get that. It has a little bit of remnants of that as well. I'm just comparing with other fragrances, but it is a fragrance really in its own right. There are dupes out there, there are clones out there, and I have reviewed dupes and clones, and I do love Dior, the dupe. That is the closest one. I've tried several, and that's the closest one that is completely closest to it. But just for me, owning this is magical in its own right. The fragrance is gothic and it is dark, and it isn't for the wallflowers out there. All of the Poison lines really have some sort of backbone, some sort of structure to them. There's a note in a lot of them. There's some sort of a DNA in a lot of them that either people really love to and are drawn to, or people just steer completely away from them. Fortunately, I'm one of those people that are completely drawn to it. When it all comes down to it, when you are comparing other fragrances to Midnight Poison, it's like comparing apples and pears. It is really, really different. And you have to be subjective. And even though I love all of the clones and the dupes that have been made, that have been inspired by Midnight Poison, you have to love it for what it is. It's like comparing, you know, silver to gold, I suppose, almost, and this is the gold. So that was my rendition of my beloved Midnight Poison, my beautiful, once was, can still be my signature scent when I need it to be, and it will envelop, it will follow me, it will beguile me, it will have me at everything that I am and what I am. So there we go. So does anybody remember Midnight Poison? Does anybody still own Midnight Poison? Does anybody still want to have that beguiling rose, patchouli and orange scent? Comment down below. Dream is a wish your heart makes when you're fast asleep. No matter how your heart is grieving, if you keep on believing, the dream that you wish will come true.